Team Kernel Presents. Let's play Gang Beast.
So that really is the entire game, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Get fucked!
What the hell was that for? Dude, you wanna go? Oh, let's go.
Dude, we're gonna fucking boxing. Where do you think I wanna be? Dance around and
Okay. Well, that's what boxers do.
No! I was like putting on chapstick.
I'm coming here. Yo, do you guys smell Play-Doh?
Woo!
It kind of smells like the Play-Doh that I just destroyed.
it smells like you just got destroyed.
No! Oh! Champion! That was actually impressive. Dude, click me. I'm gonna go click it.
Oh, I want
I'm gonna click it first.
Oh, I clicked it. Wait, I want to be on this.
Hold up.
I want to be
Oh,
on
wait.
Hold on.
On a jump.
No, you can't stay on okay.
Oh, there's so many
There's
buttons.
more buttons
Dude,
over here.
whoa!
Whoa!
There's so many things.
There's teeter-totters.
Whoa, these bridges are so tight. Check this out. Dude, I got some serious hang time on that.
This is
Oh, yeah.
oh, it launches you. So the buttons are sort of. It really wants you to play with other people.
Oh no! Hey, you guys all die.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I am
this is
Supreme
BS.
Controller.
You can only click the
Wait,
buttons if
click.
there's somebody else there.
Click.
Okay, there's no one.
Dude!
There's a purple person. What?
What?
I just immediately wanted to kill them, and I still kind of do. Dude, don't kill yourself in the process. Oh, there's
Wait, oh my. What? Dude, no, what?
Dude,
Holy, there's a
they're
bunch
punching-
of them.
they're punching the crap out of
we
you.
gotta help each other out.
Alright.
And then colors before purples, okay? Yeah, go after the purple guys. Yeah.
That's right.
Come
After
on.
the purple guys.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry. You gotta beat the first.
Oh, yeah.
Get these purple guys out of here.
Oh!
Guys,
whoa.
it's a metaphor for racism. Come on,
Okay. Oh, I got this purple guy. I'm totally looking. I got this one.
Oh!
I almost got his friend. Oh, I'm gonna lose this guy. I think you just have to punch him until they're dead.
Oh! I took one down with me.
You just have to punch them until they're dead. They don't give up. Oh. Ow! He came back down to smash him.
Oh, dude, just put him underneath. Just put him underneath. Can you do that?
What are you doing?
Wait, just put the
Right?
I'm trying to put them underneath.
put the purple guy underneath.
Here, okay, hit the button.
Woo! Oh!
Whoa!
Wait,
Oh!
this bridge broke! Okay, bye-bye, Lily.
Oh!
We should see if we can play catch with someone on those two little flippers. If someone's sent it, pass
That'd be tight. Okay, I'll go on the flipper.
Wait, let's get the purple people.
Okay, I'll go to the other side. Will you get the purple people?
Let's get these.
Wait, hold on, Dylan.
We
You
should
get on the flippers and we'll try and pass you back and forth. Alright.
Oh, dude.
Here.
Oh, dude, help.
You gotta flip.
Oh my god, we need to save our friend.
Help!
Oh, crazy.
Save him.
Oh, wait.
Save him.
Oh, dude, this is just ganged up on me.
You got gang beasted, man.
Yes, you did.
Those strats, though.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Now we're
Well
such
done,
a
Quentin.
mess. Alright. Just quickly.
Okay.
We should actually try and get some sort of analysis
Oh, dude,
stuff
can we go
going.
in these doors?
Here,
Oh, we can totally go in.
It's inside.
Nice one, Quentin.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
I see
Did you see the purple guy's like raising his hands up as he just clicked him?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, what just happened?
Okay,
We
so-
all died.
Where did everyone go? What do you want to say for me? Wait, where's Emerson? Oh, you're dead.
Oh,
Hey.
he's just dead.
Hey!
Oh, we gotta die. Everybody's gotta die. Hey, let's all die together.
I just hit reset though.
Yeah, I shouldn't have killed us. I shouldn't have moved him.
Well, because he died. He ran out of lives.
Dude, I'm
Oh!
scared.
Oh,
you
you ran out of
ran
lives.
Okay, and then
Let's get serious and let's play.
It's gonna be like.
Okay.
No, I can't!
I did a flip.
Punching, letting that.
Who's this blue guy?
Yo, get the fuck out of here. Fucking Rocky, bro.
No!
Dude, I can't remember. Okay, who's blue? I'm blue.
Yo, what the fuck was that for? Dude, you just mauled me.
My arm is going numb.
Alright, dude. Alright, we can do this.
Okay.
Yo.
I'm
You
gonna
wanna
force the
go?
screen to go over here.
Oh god, I'm down.
Wait. What? Oh, I got Emerson, guys. We're all good.
Hey!
We're all
Okay,
good.
just bring me over there. Come on, guys, let's go.
I'm trying to grab on.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
We got this. We got this.
I'm sorry. Come on.
Who's this yellow guy?
Hold
Okay,
your hand.
stop holding me! No!
Dude, I just don't like to go alone these places.
You're on the ground. No.
Yo,
no.
it's all hold
Wait, hold
hands.
on. Yeah, hold
It's
hands,
gonna be
guys.
safe.
Buddy system, okay?
Dude,
Buddy
you're grabbing
system.
my ass and it doesn't feel so good.
Bro!
Oh, you wanna go? Dude, I'll wreck you.
Alright, dude, one at a time, one at a time.
Okay, one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. Let's go. Wait, can somebody hold my hand, please?
Dude, I'll go first. Fine.
Alright,
Wait, who's green? I'm green. You got this, Dylan. Don't fuck up.
Oh my god, get away from there. It's
Oh.
scary over there. We don't want to be over there.
How,
Jesus.
How do I get back out?
Jump! Oh, jump! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
dude, I made it.
Oh, dude,
I
stop!
made it.
Woohoo!
Alright, alright.
Lift held object higher. Lift held object higher. Oh, that's what action is.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I can do it, see? Yeah.
Alright, yellow boy.
Oh, see, you can take him over there. Just don't.
Oh, my God!
Okay, we're gonna do this again.
Oh, let the yellow
Okay.
person go.
We gotta move
Who's
this.
yellow?
It was kind of working out though, it was. You
Who's
gotta-
yellow?
My arm is hurting.
It's Emerson.
Emerson's yellow. I'm green. Where did I go? Oh, I'm not there. There you
No, stop holding me.
go. I'm touching you.
Go. You guys are gonna go. Oh shit! Oh god,
I'm picking you up, dude.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, boys.
Let Emerson go first.
I got you.
Oh,
Wait, who's red?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck off. Dude, I put you on the thing. Okay.
Yo, truce.
Oh!
Okay.
Yo, hold up.
Dude.
Oh,
Get away from me.
oh yeah.
No!
Okay, well, let me go. Okay. Wait.
Yeah, you just gotta casually grab it. Here, I'll show you how.
You get a jumping grab.
Dude,
Dude, jumping grab.
Wait, mine's not moving.
Bitch, who's blue?
Mine's not moving. I can't move.
I still
I
can't
can't
go
move.
right.
I can't move at all. No, I can't move.
Oh my
I can't move again. No, I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. Like that's what's going on. Look at this. I can't move.
Wait.
I can't move.
Get teabagged, bro.
I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. Oh, I can move.
Oh, you
Oh,
can.
I just totally played you guys. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh
Just
yeah.
true.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Let go.
Let go.
Okay. Well, we can actually see him. That's okay. Who made it? Okay. Who's yellow or who's red? Who sucks second? Are you red?
I
Alright.
tried.
Yo, maybe we just skip the pouch.
Oh,
grabbed my-
You grabbed me!
Work together. You gotta make it through the tutorial.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, you made it.
I'm not smart enough to
Nice.
make test stunts. Okay, we're
Alright, Emerson, go.
Wait, I just had an idea.
No. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, look at
money.
this moonwalk, though.
Dude, Emerson,
Oh,
go.
you guys
please.
seeing this moonwalk right now?
Emerson, would you please? I picked up the box.
Wait, don't fight! Don't fight! This is like the most we've done.
I'm picking up the boxes over here.
Hey,
Slow and steady.
Oh, dude, I picked up 2 boxes.
I'm stuck to the wall, dude.
me being all.
Dude, let's go here so that we can see like properly.
Oh, sweet.
It's actually really easy.
Oh
Don't push me off.
Oh my god! Oh, come on. Oh my god, if you fall off right now.
I'm gonna prepare myself to grab onto him and he's on the ledge.
No, because that's just gonna pull you down. Make
Yeah.
sure you do the action count because you've definitely taken over.
Oh. We got these buddies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
that
look
was
at that
perfect.
skill!
Yes! Let's go!
Let's
go! Dude!
There's no end. There's no
That was
end.
the end.
There's no end.
That was the end, though.
That was the end.
Is
That
there
was,
actually an end?
Okay. That was the tutorial, guys.
that was the tutorial.
That was
Okay.
the tutorial.
Dude, the sound is kind of sickening almost.
Well, you
It's kind of like in Braid how when you jump on people.
No, it's more like sinister and like something
Dude,
bad.
what the hell?
Like, what is just fun about this?
I've got so
What are the things? Like, the fact that it's all like this kind of air looking.
And there's like no gore, right? Like there's no like
No gore,
actual blood or like feelings of like, oh, you knocked someone out.
Play-Doh
You
feel.
just kind of know that you knocked someone out just because they
it
stop
has this-
moving.
It's fun for the same reason that Surgeon Simulator is fun, or you know, the bread game, I Am Bread, which is like
Or even Mario Kart to an extent if you're playing with your friends. Is
it
that
has that element, but
Yeah,
it's
maybe
mainly
that's a little bit different.
well, it's mainly because it's like
Mainly it's not.
so difficult
yeah.
to control the characters to do what you want
Yeah.
them to do.
Yeah.
So the fun part is when you land a good hit, right? You just knock them out.
What's yours?
It was so difficult to do, and it happens so rarely.
It's only like happened a few times.
And like sometimes when someone's charging at you with a punch, and then you just like, even though they're not knocked out, you just like pick them up and throw them. Like you manage to pick them up. And it's just like, hey, what?
The mechanics are done in such a way that random stuff just happens.
Yeah, like it's just, it's crazy.
A lot of things that you don't expect happen. A lot of the essence of the fun is the fact that it's not what you expect.
And I think like the fun part also belongs to where like this is not a story mode game or something, but rather something you enjoy with your friends. So you're like I don't think I would enjoy this playing one player, right? Like I don't know what you would do in there, but you can select to. You can choose to go one player. I think it's just more like, hey, let's just get together, smash each other, and just like have fun.
You know, it kind of seems like this is a little bit of a tangent, and I don't know if really I would full-heartedly stand by it or not. But it seems like it's not really acknowledging itself as a separate kind of game universe that we go into and become a part of. It's just a platform for us to have fun in the real world.
Exactly.
Whereas something like League of Legends, you don't acknowledge yourself in the real world
Yeah.
anymore
Exactly.
at all.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a return to that, party multiplayer experience of early 2000s where you had to go over to someone's house and play
Correct.
4-player games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way you really don't see. You see a lot of games nowadays moving towards online only or single player, local only, right? Where this is kind of a reminder of, hey, it really, the whole 4-player aspect is fun and it's innovative. And I mean, it's kind of sad that it's become innovative, but there was a reason this was all of the rage for 10, 20 years, right? And it's just kind of unintentionally, it's a reminder of what used to happen and how that isn't the case anymore, right? Because this is a game that's really popular because players played it in a pre-alpha state and they loved it and then wanted to continue playing it, and so they kept developing it, right? And so it's an indie game that is only popular because of that 4-player local experience. Because it's the only way you can play it. And that's still propelled it to where it is right now. It's going to be released on PlayStation 4 this year.
Yeah, it seems like it's a different type of fun if we are to try to talk about it in that very generalized term. because it isn't a fun that's reliant on these artificial, non-diegetic structural elements to tell you that you're, making progress or outcompeting your opponents or achieving. The only non-diegetic component in the whole alpha are the life counters, which...
And that you won thing.
Right.
Which is, if you're a fighting game, it's kind of impossible to avoid.
Yeah, and even if those weren't there, like, it would be the same game. That really is just a counter to just help us keep track of it. We're not getting emotionally attached to the counter. Right? The thing that we're having fun with is actually the experience of beating each other, not the experience of progressing along the non-diegetic power structure.
Yeah.
Which
it's a representation of something that is already there, and so you're not affixed to it because it's its own thing. It's just a reminder of what's already happened.
Right.
And that's why we like it.
But do you think, like, like some levels, like the ring, where it's like a wrestling ring, and so you're just kind of like, oh, maybe we have to fight each other, and then the other level that we just played, where the NPCs come in, and there's like a couple like click me box thing. Like you're just like more trying to just coordinate with each other and be like, oh, let's try this and let's try that. And
the moment that the purple people came in,
yeah,
it was like, all right, guys, we're a team.
We're all on the same team. Yeah.
So I feel like it's like somewhere in the levels that kind of like indicates you like, oh, maybe this is just more like fight, just like there's only this point to it. While the other level is just like, like roam around, play with each other, like coordinate maybe, I don't know.
Well, you sort of size it up and you're like, oh, this is just a fighting ring, it's just us here, and I guess we'll beat each other up. Whereas, like, in the Ferris wheel, I was like, oh, hey, let's go look over there. Like, maybe we can get in the Ferris wheel, right? You kind of explore the environment you're in, and you're like, okay, done that, now I want to beat you up. Right? And so when there were those purple people, we were like, oh, hey, that's not cool, let's go kill them, and then we can kill each other, right? And then it's like one-on-one.
Or we could have gone and played some soccer.
Yeah, which would be dangerous. Kurt, I think you bring up a great point there, though. Is that like it never told us what we were supposed to do.
Okay.
That's true.
It just gave us the physics model, and we just started fighting
Like
each other.
even because we started in the tutorial, and we're like, oh, just like let's just punch each other, right? Like
I didn't figure out that we could punch each other for like a good 15 seconds, though. At first, it was like, oh, okay, like we're all supposed to move to the right.
yeah.
So even though we didn't play, we had some sort of preconceived notion about what the game was about, though, because of the title, right? Maybe some of the intro, right? You got a bunch of these wrestlers that are, up on the screen. Also, gang beasts, gangs for fighting each other. But
Right.
if you had never have heard about the game and just turned it on, you would think, oh, this is a fighting game.
Especially
That's the only way I really tells
It does look like a fighting game.
Well, yeah, I
Right.
mean, like look at the picture on the right. There's like bunch of purple people, and then everybody's just fighting them and not each other.
Yeah. That made me think of, too, though, it was so funny when we're all trying to cooperate on the tutorial.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to just not throw one punch.
That's true.
Because it's so satisfying.
It even makes you throw punches.
I love that because you had to break through the wall and you had to throw punches.
And everyone's like squished
Yeah,
together,
the
and
punch
you're going to
mechanic-
punch somewhere.
The punch mechanic is the same mechanic as the grab mechanic, which is crucial. So you just find yourself punching, and then accidentally one punch gets thrown, and all of a sudden everybody's going out.
It's just like, whatever. Bar fight.
It gets the bar fight feeling, too. The way that they, because they're not like throwing,
Yeah.
Street Fighter super like accurate.
It's just like,
it's
you're like two drunk people.
haymakers. Yeah, because every time you throw a punch, your entire momentum goes with the punch, so you can move by just throwing punches over and over.
And you do more damage too if you're actually going towards them and you punch them.
Right.
Yeah, so normally for a simulation gap, right, there's a system and you're trying to model it, right? And so the simulation gap comes up and how the things they choose to model correctly and the things they choose not to model at all, right? So in Gang Beasts, you could say it's a fighting game, but that's not really accurate, right? Like it seems like this entire game is focused on that simulation gap of just like, well, maybe they tried to, because it started out as an alpha, and so like they tried to have physics, and like, well, let's just use ragdoll and see how that works. And then they're like, oh wait, this is really fun. Like the ridiculousness of the simulation gap and just being so wide and so like non-realistic ended up being the enjoyable part. And so, like a lot of times you try and minimize the simulation gap, or like that simulation gap is artistic because like they chose not to model the fact that like, I don't know, you need to eat in video games. Like a lot of them don't. But in this one, like they're in Gang Beasts, that simulation gap almost just randomly ended up being the mechanic. Because right, if you try and talk to people about what this game is, you're like, well, it's a fighting game, but like it's just really silly, and that silliness comes from the simulation gap of not really modeling real world physics super well.
Could you say it's like a social simulation though, like a bunch of friends roaming around, just, like awkwardly doing like kid stuff? So like maybe like imagine a bunch of 10-year-olds just roaming around the neighborhood. Like that one level where we were in a school backyard or something, where we had this like huge purple giant monster show up, and we were like, oh, what do we do? And we were like, oh, let's kill all these NPCs first, and then kill this monster first. So it was kind of like, yeah, let's go on this like trip together and figure out what's going on in the neighborhood and enjoy. Like when in the childhood you'd just like go cycling around just like with a group of friends.
Dude, I still do that.
Yeah.
So you think it like pulls out the inner child in someone?
Yeah, no, I was just saying like it's a social simulation rather than like a reality simulation.
Well, except for that, the social part isn't a simulation. Like we're actually having that experience, right?
Yeah.
It's more of like a catalyst.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, that's the right word. Because like even though you're all on your own kind of in the game, that you're all looking out for yourself, there's like constant interaction going on through different levels where you're actually talking to the other person and trying to figure out, oh dude, help me do this, or hey, come here, let's go explore this. It's just
No! I'm holding on! What's going on? We both died. I think the music gets louder.
I also wanted to bring up the fact that, again, talking about how this game is meant to be played where your group of friends are all in the same room, right? If you did play online, the player subject would be completely different, right? It might allow somebody to be a griefer because you can't actually interact with that person, and they'll feel like they could do anything to you and they wouldn't have any repercussions. But if they're sitting right next to you, right, you could actually, maybe if you really didn't want them to do that, you could hit them, right? So there's this sort of different constraints that are on what you act in the game based on, right, if you're actually together versus if you're online, right? Like in Terraria. People just ruin that entire world because
nuclears couldn't spawn.
Right? No one was gonna stop them. Yeah. Right? Or no one would know who they were. So they would act out on this sort of different persona that they might not be able to do in the real world.
It's kind of like acting on your own, like to use the slang term to troll on your own versus to troll with a group of friends. Like, I feel like in this game you're just like, as a group, just trolling each other and that's it. Whereas like in those like Terraria or maybe Minecraft, you're kind of like looking out for yourself and just trying to like let other people get no resources because it's a never-ending game. But in this, you get like rounds, and then you kind of just spawn back. So it's just like, you trolled me once, I'll troll you back, or it's just different from, I guess, those kinds of games.
That's true. There's no real resource gathering going on
Yeah.
like in those others. So it's sort of everything resets eventually. I also wanted to bring up the fact that, again, talking about how this game is meant to be played where your group of friends are all in the same room, right? If you did play online, the player subject would be completely different, right? It might allow somebody to be a griefer because you can't actually interact with that person, and they'll feel like they could do anything to you and they wouldn't have any repercussions. But if they're sitting right next to you, right, you could actually, maybe if you really didn't want them to do that, you could hit them, right? So there's this sort of different constraints that are on what you act in the game based on, right, if you're actually together versus if you're online.
Oh yeah! You lost life too. Wait, how did I win?
So it kind of just gets back to the point where, or back to the era where you're just like, like hanging out with friends, or you call friends over to play games. And I think that's what was different about this game. After a number of years, I think that's why we all enjoyed it, rather than just, hey, let's all sit in our rooms and try to play this game together. We're like all there in like sharing that one moment, falling in love,
There's not a lot of games nowadays that do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess
Especially because it could have been the other thing. I don't know how the actual organization works that make this game, but they could probably make an online version.
They probably could.
And maybe that will happen, but it just seems like from the game they've made so far, it seems like it would kind of undermine the core thing, which is what Curtin was talking about earlier about like a bunch of kids exploring the neighborhood. Like that's the simulation, really. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking earlier in terms of like the previous genre of game. It seems like the whole medium took a direction into like the player being super isolated, fully invested in the reward structure of the game, and like it not really being a social experience, rather it being like fed to you Skinner box style by the game. Gang Beasts isn't explicitly critiquing it, it's just actually doing the new genre, or one might say just reverting back to the way games used to be, which is just gives you a platform to have a fun, social, maybe competitive experience, but all those things originate with inside of you.
Right. I think, the reason why this game doesn't have that sort of online element is probably because it was a lot easier to make. But it does show that these sort of games where a bunch of people getting together, playing the game in person, it's still a viable medium for playing these games together. It's right. Everyone's always saying that games are going to move towards everyone's just going to be playing online. It's all going to be like cloud-based, right? But this game sort of reinforced the fact that you can't sort of get rid of where games came from.
The shadows on this level, the train.
Oh yeah.
The fact that you could see through the windows of the train on the other level, and then the music getting louder and softer on the Ferris wheel. Seems like there are these very intentional.
Yeah, it's an art style rather than it's an art style born out of not having enough resources, but it's still an art style nonetheless. Whereas with really hyper realistic games, you have these situations where it's kind of the uncanny valley, or like that sort of looks right.
Correct.
Right, and then you really don't need to get that hyper realistic look to have a game that's fun. Like it really doesn't add anything unless you really nail it. And so you can this game unintentionally kind of serves as a critique of that, just based on its immensely low budget.
Look how long my shadow is over here.
Yeah.
Or even like in the sandbox when you're like, when the things are like going around and they hit you at a very strong.
Oh what?
Like they hit you at a strong velocity.
Yeah.
And then it just like ground smashes you into the like.
because the whole physics model is based on like a ragdoll one that they just found online, like the developers, the original guys.
I'll save you, Kernel. I'll save you.
And so like it really isn't supposed to be realistic, right? They was like, well, this will work. Like we guess we'll need.
They were just testing it out, right?
It
It
at some
isn't
point, right?
realistic in one sense, but in another, they add these particular effects to it that. Like the shadow, I mean, it seems like. Besides the physics model itself, which is present always, the shadow in this level really is the thing that adds to the realistic or the presence of it. You feel like you really are there. Based on that.
I mean, you can say that, but like you never actually feel like you're there, even though there are things that you could start to construct as towards that narrative. But
I mean, sure, it's a scale, right?
But it's still very much an engagement-heavy gameplay versus an immersive one. Right? You don't really feel like you're ever there. It's not like a story that you're following. You just want to win, right? You wanna beat your friends. You wanna get the most lives killed. Like, so
It
while
gets
they're
really confusing when you try to relate it back to those terms. I'm just saying that you feel like you're there.
I really see. I just don't believe that.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think you ever really feel like you're there. I don't ever feel like I'm really the blue
It
guy.
is a spectrum. Like, you feel like you're there more than Pac-Man.
Sound is so annoying.
Right, and I'm saying that those shadows, they bring that out just a little bit further along the spectrum to where you feel like you're more there than if the shadows weren't there.
Okay, yeah, maybe more than not, but I still don't think it's ever getting to a point where you really feel like you're there at all, or even like really close to it, just because of how like unnatural the physics look and how the controlling is really sluggish. Right, there's that momentum build-up that we've talked about, where you kind of go right and then you keep going for a little bit, and there's a delay in the inputs. Right. And so for those reasons, it never really feels like I'm there, because it feels like I don't really ever have full control of the character, right? Sure. A lot of times we'll knock someone down, and then we'll get to a point and we'll try and pick them up, right? And it's really a struggle, and there's really no telling if we'll actually end up doing it.
Yeah.
And so that, for me, is kind of why I know I can't really ever feel presence, because I can't actually count on the character doing what I want them to do.
There's just a fundamental detachment that comes from our ability to, our inability to actually feel like in control of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that I totally am with you. But then again, like, Curtin, just come over to our side of the screen. Right now, you can totally, like, that detachment is totally there, right? And then as he gets closer, it's like all of a sudden, we feel just like we're brought in just a little bit more. Not in the literal sense, of course we are as well, but.
The sound though.
Like there are these strategies to build in that feeling like you're there, despite, the obvious. Oh, dude, I just used the gondola to help me out. Oh, dang it.
Oh yeah, I'm on the middle spoke.
Well, you mentioned strategies, and that's kind of something I wanted to touch on, where you look at a game like Braid, and we're talking about best practices a lot. There are these things that people use to kind of make a player feel more involved in it, right? And a lot of them end up being manipulative, just kind of matter-of-factly, right? And so you have strong story is one of them. This game definitely doesn't have that. You have strong visuals and eye candy, which this game also doesn't have. You have like easy controls that are like that you learn to use, right? So making a character understand how to do what they want to do in a kind of a simple way, and making sure they don't get stuck or frustrated with mechanics.
Yeah.
And this game definitely doesn't do that. So you kind of go down these lists of standard best practices, and this game also just doesn't follow it. And then you still have an intensely engaging and fun game, despite really not following those best practices. So kind of going back to what Blow is doing with Braid, where it really doesn't follow most of the best practices, and yet it's still kind of, it's just pointing out that, these are kind of more of a crutch that the industry relies on because they know it works, instead of just trying to make a quote-unquote good game, right? So there are these strategies that they know will work to help create a good game and make a good game better, but you really don't need that. Like, this is such a bare bones game
And yet it's still fun. We've literally sat here for probably 5 hours today just playing it with each other.
It's interesting to bring that up. I think you're totally onto it there, and that what we're playing right now. Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not saying this to have the discussion of what a game is. I'm just utilizing the fact that that discussion exists to make a specific point, and that is that it seems like right now we're actually not playing a game. We're playing a physics model.
It's more of like a simulation that's really bad.
Exactly. It's what we're experiencing right now is a simulation, and any game-like element, or the fact that it's a game comes from our subjective approach to it. Because when we don't do anything and we just ride the gondola, or the Ferris wheel, excuse me, it isn't a game, right? It's just a simulation, it's just a physics model, and we're aware of that. Whereas the moment that, like, we entered that boxing ring, all of a sudden, just this diegetic information of, oh, this is what... It's like, we interpreted, oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing, all of a sudden we created it to be this game. But that the non-diegetic game components that usually would make up the sort of, you know, like rule to user interaction, those just are completely absent.
Well, there's also like, there are some rules in the game that make it less of a simulation. Like, there's some goal rules maybe. Are there any goal rules in this game?
Well, like, depends on
Those
the
are
level.
entirely
I
what
guess-
we...
Well, the goal rule would be
True, right?
win, but even then, you don't have to be the player who wins to move on to the next level, right? You just go to the next map after you get a winner for that map. So, like, it's a goal rule in like the strictest sense of the term, and that like it's just what happens when you win and how you win, but it doesn't really have any impact on the game, other than just bragging rights.
So it does say winner, right?
It does. It says player, whatever wins.
Okay, so that is non-diegetic best practice right there. Is it tells us a winner. That's something that takes it from a pure simulation to all of a sudden there's a goal structure.
And a game to it.
Right.
Right. Be the one who wins.
If that wasn't there, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that it's purely a simulation.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Seems
Like kind of like a flight simulator almost.
Yeah, where there's, I guess that's a good analogy of Flight Simulator, right? Where a lot of people don't stop playing it or don't get super involved because there's really no way to win other than to land, right? And that's kind of a tricky thing to do. But the fact that it does say player, whoever wins, right, makes it a game, gives it a goal rule, and gives it something you can compete at with players. And that competition kind of inherently, because it is a social game, right, it's a local multiplayer game, makes it so you have a reason to keep playing.
And yet at the beginning we were kind of denouncing the importance of that, right? We were saying, oh, that's just to account for something that we could just count in real life for. So,
Like, I think the goal also changes. Like, in that one level, we kind of figured out, oh, we should probably fight the boss first, and then fight each other, otherwise there would be no winner.
dude, the green guy is just straight chilling right now.
That is
That's
me.
what's going on.
That is me.
Like, I'd say, I would be very content right now to say that the green guy won this level. Oh, the red guy, that's just it.
Oh, you're hanging on to me, man.
Well, let me see if I can add to this.
Yo, I can get in on this too.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yo.
Oh no!
Oh, the blue guy ends up chilling.
Like he's in a hot tub.
Please introduce Team Kernel and what we will be doing
Team Kernel Presents.
for the next
Should I do
38
it in
and a
my
half
Indian
minutes.
accent though? Like, my hard...
Your hard Indian accent? What do you mean? Like there's like a not hard Indian accent that you can
This
do?
is like the normal accent, and then there's like, oh, this is the normal accent.
Alright, Apu.
You know.
Okay, yeah, do it in your hard Indian. Dude, I don't know, man. Just talk normally. You know.
Team Kernel Presents.
That is not normal.
Team Kernel Presents. Let's play Gang Beasts.
Okay, now do it in the hardy day
That's
accent.
best I can do.
This just reminds me of like Jack Lee's Jerky Presents Messing with Sasquatch. No?
No.
Have you seen that commercial? Jesus, you guys don't watch TV, do you?
No, we watch Let's Play. Where you at, bro?
Team Kernel Presents Gang Beasts.
How do you spell kernel?
Kernel.
Just imagine you're gonna.
Well, because there's like the COLOLEL.
Oh, Kernel. Oh, like the kernel.
Well, right. So like
No, we're talking about kernel as in
like a popcorn.
Yeah.
or
kernel.
the core of an operating system.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what we were thinking about.
We totally outplayed him. Let's play.